continuing our Mother series for the month of May. I am joined here with Jenna, and she's going to talk a little bit about her story. So if you just like to just share your bits and pieces of your story.
For sure. So my daughter was born 2 years ago in April. I had a pretty normal pregnancy, nothing too crazy. I was on bed rest a couple times, but it was just little scares and stuff. So I would feel like I was fairly healthy throughout my pregnancy. My labor, it started out typical, and then I did have a few issues and stuff. So I think that kind of started me off on maybe the wrong foot for like my mental state after I had her, just not really being able to like sit up, like there was just a few issues and stuff. So it kind of got things started off on a bad foot, and I feel like it just kind of snowballed from there. So I feel like I knew pretty instantly that something was wrong. I remember when they put her on my chest, I just, like I didn't want her there. It was just an instant kind of a rejection. And every time I had to hold her or feed her or everything, I didn't enjoy any of it. So I knew that something, wasn't right. And I remember crying a lot and whatnot in the hospital. And the nurses told me I was going through the baby blues, which is fairly common, but it didn't get better. I think the blues is supposed to kind of resolve itself within like a couple weeks or something. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I pretty much I feel like had postpartum depression up till she was about 9 months kind of thing. So it was quite a process. I had a lot of feelings of rejection towards her. I didn't enjoy like the typical things, you think that a mom would enjoy, or like during your pregnancy you envision how you're going to feel towards your baby, and I just didn't feel any of that. I didn't remember my mom asking me like why I didn't want to hold her and stuff. There was zero bond, and it was just a struggle for probably the first 9 months, I would say. So.
And when did you decide that you needed to find someone to talk to, or you needed to get help?
So I talked to my doctor in Lloyd, the delivering doctor that I had at my 6-week checkup, and they do the questionnaire that you fill out or whatever. And I was just over wherever the threshold is for postpartum depression. So at that time I felt almost like I needed to fix it myself. Like he offered, there's different options you can go, like medicine and stuff, and I just didn't want that, and I don't know why. Looking back, like I wish I would have, because I could have enjoyed that year that I kind of missed out on. So I remember him talking to me about exercising and how that can help people with moods and whatever. So I exercised a lot, and I mean it helped somewhat for like my self-care, but it did not help the way I was feeling. So I kind of left it at that point at the 6-week checkup, and then I moved to Edmonton, and I talked to a doctor there, and it was not a very good experience. I was probably 8 months postpartum at this time, and I told him that I was still having these feelings of just not being happy, and I just didn't feel bonded, and I felt angry and just things I shouldn't be feeling. And he kind of shut me down and told me that he asked me if I was breastfeeding, and when I told him no, I wasn't at that point, he basically told me that I didn't really have a reason to be tired or sad, because moms who don't breastfeed get more sleep. Like, it was a really weird conversation, and after that I kind of just like stopped looking for help. Mm-hmm. And luckily I had really good supports. Like, my family was awesome, I had awesome friends, my baby's father was like, I had really good supports. So I ended up just kind of coming out of it. But yeah, it was a really negative, to have someone turn you down that way when you're trying to reach out for help is like, you don't want to reach out for help again, because he basically made me feel stupid for saying how I felt. So yeah, I kind of just left it, and then eventually it did get better. So.
And for those moms who are going through like the similar struggles that you went through, what would you say to those who are kind of feeling the way you felt? They don't really know who to turn to or what to do to get help.
I would definitely say reaching out to friends and family is huge, but I feel like I would have benefited from more than that, and I think a lot of women would as well. So I think that's a good place to start, is reaching out to people you feel comfortable talking to, and then from there, see your family doctor, and they can kind of refer you, because even that, I didn't know when this doctor kind of told me that I didn't have a reason to be depressed. I I did kind of look into different options for counselors, but like when you Google counselors, like there's just so many things that come up. Like there is no button you can press that's like, this is where women that have postpartum depression should go and this is who you should talk to. So I know in Lloyd, Midwest Family Connections, I believe, is a great resource. Like if you go there, they could totally point you in the right direction. Talking to your family doctor, like there's things you can do. I think it's nice to have a place like Midwest Family Connections here that you know you can go to and they can give you the resources that you need.
I think it's really important to know that if you don't get the right resources or if you don't feel comfortable, that you reach out again.
Yeah, keep
Sometimes
trying.
you reach out again
that's
and
huge
again.
too. Like, because I look back and I'm just like, some of my friends are starting to have babies and they're just so happy, and I kind of feel like I missed out on like the entire first year of enjoying all these little moments, and instead I was kind of angry and just, I just wish that I would have kept trying to find someone that would help me. So.
And when was it when you finally felt that you were able to, be with your daughter and feel like happy again?
I feel like it was probably right around her first birthday. I noticed that I was feeling better for sure. I don't know if I would have been considered like having postpartum depression at that point, but I just wasn't, I don't know, it was like it was getting less and less. But even at her first birthday, I feel like I was on the road to like a better path. So I would say around then is when.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming in and talking about your story and what you've been through. I know it's really difficult to talk about, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming in and sharing. I know it's going to help a lot of moms out there.
Yeah, I think that's hopefully the goal is just to let open up the conversation so
okay,
people
thank
can
you.
talk about it. Yeah, thank you.